Welcome back, you guys, to another video. If you're invested or thinking of investing on SNDL, you don't want to miss this video. I will go over some technicals and price targets to see what we can expect out of this trade. The cannabis stocks have been crazy this week with some big moves. I have been eyeing SNDL, but I saw it too late and couldn't get in until now. In my last video, I released a cannabis stock buying guide and I went over some basic information about SNDL. In this video, I will go a little more in detail on Sundial Growers and why I think it can hit $10 a share this year. If you're new here, welcome to Options Temple, where we attempt to enter our trades and investments at the best possible time. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell to join our Options Temple community. And as always, timing is everything. Get notified so that you don't miss an opportunity. Sundial Growers Inc. engages in the production and distribution of flower, pre-rolls, and vapes. It operates through the following segments: cannabis, ornamental flowers, and corporate. This cannabis segment includes legal cultivation and distribution of cannabis products under federally regulated licenses issued by Health Canada. The ornamental flower segment covers the legacy operations of Bridge Farm. The corporate segment represents corporate activities and items not allocated to the reportable operating segments. The company was founded in 2006 and is headquartered in Calgary, Canada. This stock was listed in August 2019 at around $13 per share. Since then, it has gradually collapsed to a low of 14 cents a share. This is basically a 10,000% drop from the highs, and now it's back up to around $2 at the time of this recording. Before we get into the price targets, this is what the CEO had to say about the company.
Clinton, the former CEO of Canopy Growth, told us that the cannabis industry is the one sector that is always going to continue to grow for quite a while. Do you agree with that notion that this is going to be the one area that we're just going to see incredible expansive growth from here on out?
I completely agree with Bruce. I guess I mentioned there's so many countries to grow into, so many different areas within the industry to grow into that we're really in the early days. And sometimes people talk to me about Canada and what's happening and is it stabilizing. We're 9 months in, we have less than 400 stores. There's so much to happen in every one of the markets that's only begun the journey of cannabis. So clearly, not just years, but decades of growth for the industry ahead.
1,400 grams.
So by the end of August this year, we'll be at around 430,000 square feet of installed capacity, with the capability to add another 210,000 square feet as the market dictates. We've really tried to take a modular approach to the business, putting in small grow rooms, like 2,000 square foot at a time. That really gives us the ability to maximize our quality inputs and maximize the yield outputs from each room. So it really enables us to put out high quality, massive quantities, and really puts us apart from our competition in our ability to put quality at scale, premium products at scale.
Yeah, so we're honing in the areas where we're seeing federal legalization, specifically in Canada at the moment. And those are some of the areas that you mentioned. They are on the cosmeceutical side, they are on the food and beverage side.
There's a lot of local support for this in Alberta and across Canada, and Olds is one of the first to really set themselves apart as being very supportive of this new industry.
Forget canola country. Olds, Alberta is quickly becoming cannabis country. In fact, many call it the Silicon Valley of cannabis. One of the first on the block is Sundial Growers, which recently opened the first phase of its 500,000 square foot facility.
What really differentiates Sundial from our competition here in Olds is our modular approach to the business. Behind me, you'll see we have one of our pods that we call. There's 20 rooms in there, very modular in approach.
Now, the first thing you notice when you walk into this room is how bright it is. The lights are quite yellow. The other thing you notice, though, is just how compact the space is. There's a lot of little buildings like this here, and the reason why is because it's a lot easier to manage issues and to manage the plants in smaller spaces as opposed to a large greenhouse where if something goes wrong, that's an entire crop that's going to be affected.
This gives us the ability to very precisely control the environment for each strain that we're going to grow.
The target is 100 million grams of production annually, and this facility is still growing.
We have several operations, several rooms ready to go. A few are awaiting approval from Health Canada, but as soon as we get those approvals, we will be ready to meet those market demands.
In fact, it's likely this Sundial facility will be one of the top 3 growers in the coming months. It could become the largest early next year.
Yeah, you know, for us as a Canadian NASDAQ-listed company, we can't participate in the US recreational market at this point, so we need federal legalization. So our focus has really been on becoming one of the leading players in Canada. And now with the CBD opportunity that we're pursuing with the Bridge Farm acquisition, we're going to go after Europe next. And of course, the US is a very interesting market for us in the near term with CBD products. And ultimately, of course, hopefully when federal legalization comes in the not too distant future, we'll be able to go across the border and expand more aggressively in the United States as well.
An historic vote on Capitol Hill today. The House of Representatives set to pass a bill that will decriminalize marijuana at the federal level.
It's been a long time coming.
Something seen as unfathomable not that long ago. But public opinion has experienced a tectonic shift in recent years. A majority of Americans are now in favor of the legalization of marijuana. Those numbers rising steeply in the past 2 decades, and the issue is gaining support from both sides of the aisle.
I believe in cannabis reform in this country. The federal government has lied to the American people for a generation about cannabis.
In this year's election, Arizona, New Jersey, Montana, and South Dakota voted to legalize marijuana, bringing the count up to 15 states, plus Washington, D.C., where recreational pot is now legal. Those states, along with 20 others, have approved marijuana for medical use.
What that tells you is that wherever you go in this country, blue state, red state, urban state, rural state, voters are ready for legalization.
I want to give a big thanks to Infused Lights for putting the video together. Click on the card above to view his channel. Now let's take a look at some technicals to see why we can see the stock hit $10 a share this year. I also bought the stock today and I will go over how I will be playing this trade. As I mentioned earlier, this stock at all-time highs was at around $13 before it collapsed. Today I bought the dip. I bought 1,000 shares at $2.06. My stop loss for this trade is $1. If the stock goes back down to $1, I will close out my position for a 50% loss. As seen from the video we just watched, Sundial is planning to expand to the United States. US regulations are changing and being more accommodative to the cannabis industry. This can be huge for the next 4 years during Biden's presidency. I think this stock with this much momentum can hit $10 a share by the end of this year. This stock was a $13 stock at one point and has the potential to see those levels again. Since I bought the stock at $2 a share, I plan on locking in profits at $10 a share. That's a 500% return on my investment. My risk is 50% with a $1 stop loss. This is a very simple play. It's a no-brainer. This pullback was a gift from the market gods and I was very happy I had the opportunity to buy in at a great price. I'm not saying the stock is going to shoot up to $10 overnight. I expect to hold this one for a while. We're going to see plenty of pullbacks in between, but with so many catalysts in favor for this company and social media attention, I think it could be a big year for SNDL. That's pretty much it for this video. If you liked this video or found this information useful, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell to see more trading and investing ideas. I'm not a financial advisor and this is for entertainment purposes only. And as always, timing is everything. Get notified so that you don't miss an opportunity.